Ben came back from the village, opened his car boot, and saw Lydia in the car boot. He was shocked as to why Lydia sneaked into his car boot. Lydia said he has already promised to marry her and also promised to take her to the city. So she is doing him a favor by bringing herself into the village, and this will make things easier for both of them. Ben was shocked and asked her to go back to the village, but Lydia refused. She entered the house and got herself comfortable. Ben was so shocked and continued to insist that he is going to do everything possible to make sure Lydia goes back to the village. But again, Lydia refuses. In the night, Lydia tried to sleep with Ben and he refused. So she went back to her room. But surprisingly, in the middle of the night, Ben went to sleep with Lydia. In the morning, Gold came to the house. Gold is the girlfriend to Ben. Lydia was surprised to see that there was another lady in the house. Immediately, Ben wanted to lie about who Gold was, and Gold told Lydia that Ben is her boyfriend. Lydia became surprised and also told Gold that Ben is also her boyfriend. Immediately, Ben pretended to faint, but Lydia was not buying that lie. She poured water on him to bring him back to life. At this point, Gold was not happy about the situation. Ben tried to apologize to Gold and beg Gold not to leave. But Gold was not happy still, and she tried to leave the house, but Ben held her back and said Lydia will leave the house as soon as possible. Weeks later, Lydia is still in the house as she refuses to leave. Gold, on the other hand, has been trying her possible best to make sure Lydia leave the house. She and Lydia has fought countless times. Ben has tried to separate them and try to come in terms with the father. He is now having two women live in the same house with him. Ben went to work and got a call from his security man that accident has happened in his house. He rushed back to the house and saw that Lydia was running mad because of what Gold has poured on her. Immediately, Ben took Lydia to the hospital and he was told that Lydia is temporarily blind. At this point, Lydia could not go back to the house. Ben rented a different apartment for her and took a nurse with him to take care of her because Lydia could not see anymore. Ben went home and told Gold about what has happened to Lydia. At this point, Gold was happy because Lydia is no more in their lives or in the house. Ben was also okay that Lydia is not in the house anymore, and there will be peace between himself and his girlfriend, Gold. Days later, Gold asked Ben where Lydia is, and Ben lied that Lydia has gone back to the village. Ben paid visits to Lydia to make sure that she is okay and also needed anything at all. He is there to provide it for Lydia. Then, when Ben was about leaving, the nurse told Ben that Lydia is pregnant for him. And at this point, Ben became confused because he could not do anything with Lydia because he is not in a relationship with her. Ben went back home and became so cold towards Gold. Gold wanted to find out what was wrong with her boyfriend, but Ben was not ready to talk. Then Ben left his phone as he went out to get some drink. Before he could come back, God has read his message, and God confronted Ben why Lydia is still in Lagos and Lydia is pregnant for him. At this point, Ben told God that the pregnancy is a mistake. God told Ben that pregnancies are not a mistake. You knew that you were sleeping with her without protection, so definitely pregnancy is the end goal for this. Also, Ben went on to promise to God that it is just pregnancy, she will keep the baby, but she is the one he will be marrying. God was not taking all the promises Ben was making to her seriously because a child is now involved. God invited her friend over to have a conversation about how her relationship issues are going. Her friend advised God that this is now the priority of Ben because the child is not involved. Lydia is going to take her place. God could not believe that, yes, in all these circumstances, since Lydia is not pregnant for her boyfriend Ben is always going to choose Lydia over her. Ben visits Lydia and the nurse, and as they came back from the hospital, they were told that Lydia will see soon after the operation was successful. Then Lydia also told Ben that she knows she is now pregnant, and because of her pregnancy, if she gets her sight back, she would like to find a job to cater for herself and her unborn child. Ben immediately told Lydia that she is not going to work because he has the money to take care of her and the unborn child. He doesn't want anything to happen to his unborn child. 3 months later, Lydia got her sight back and went on the streets of Lagos looking for a job. Unfortunately for her, a car hit her and ran out. She was rushed to the hospital, and Ben was called. When Ben got to the hospital, the doctor told him that Lydia has lost her pregnancy. Ben could not believe it. He went back to his house, tried to prepare food for Lydia, and told God about what has happened to Lydia. God immediately said, "Shock. Wow, why didn't she die?" Ben heard what God said and confronted her and said, "So you are aware of what happened to Lydia? Were you the cause of her miscarriage? Were you the one that hit her and ran away?" God wanted to lie until Ben threatened her with a knife in the kitchen, and she started confessing that because Lydia is pregnant for him, he does not have time for her anymore. They are not intimate anymore, and he has been choosing Lydia over her. And also, he lied that Lydia is in the village, whereas he has rented an apartment for Lydia. Immediately, Ben got angry and threw God out of his house and warned her never to come back to his life or come back to his house. Their relationship is over. Lydia recovered quickly, went back to her house, and Ben came back to apologize to her on how she lost her pregnancy. Lydia accepted the apology but did not want to have anything to do with Ben. Ben continued to apologize, but Lydia refuses and said, since she has lost her pregnancy, there is nothing holding them together as a couple or an item. Ben went on to confess his love for Lydia, but she refuses to accept it because, according to Lydia, she has gone through a lot just by loving Ben. Years later, Ben saw Lydia on the street again, and at this point, Lydia has really and only forgiven Ben. And Ben said he has been looking for Lydia all this while, and faith has brought them back together. Lydia also said, yes, that means the universe wants them together, and Ben said he is still interested in her. Lydia also accepted this offer at this point because there was no other obstacle stopping them from being together.
Thanks for watching this recap. This channel brings you the best Nollywood movies. We save you time and money. Don't forget to subscribe and like our videos for more movie recaps.